Back, we had the pistol here between SK Gaming and LG on map 2, overpass. Already an advantage, as you can see, for the SK Gaming side. And the bomb is very defensively positioned as Destiny finds himself alone against the masses. The masses of SK players, between which he could be sandwiched. And Fer, meanwhile, looking to use the slide, but the slide is not to be used. PKL has got that under lockdown. And PKL has all the nades too, but no Kevlar. 1 versus 3 with the bomb. It looks like he's going to die, James. He's got 3 HP.
There's no way he does that with 3 HP and no Kevlar. There is no way. That's the problem with not having Kevlar, is that with Kevlar, it can take like 7 shots to kill you, or even more than that. But without Kevlar, that number goes down quite a lot. You can't use the slide, but you can use the swing. If you crouch in front of it, you can shoot the chair. Then every time it goes away from you, shoot it again, and you can give it enough velocity to swing it round in a circle. That's what I spend my time doing in warm-up.
Nice.
SK with a successful pistol round. Again, one of the teams who favor a large number of UMPs when they win the pistol, and lots of utility. And here's an example. Looking to make lots of money. 2 CTs, having a look in connector. Can be a dangerous place. But they survive. They get out there with mostly intact. Phelps on a single digit of health.
Nice. Another one. You can see the Yell is quite proficient with the Deagle. That first bullet accuracy
Land Deagle
that he has there is likely due to his also proficiency with an AWP. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how they can use their single smoke grenade that PKL has. He is at the moment in the connector area, and the bomb is down. So continuing to look for picks on the Luminosity side. Yell playing a mat around the side of the smoke, and that's generally quite an obvious play. You have to be very careful. Sometimes CTs will actually try to bait you into going into the gap of the smoke because that's the only spot you can see. And we can see that the long push here is going to be making its way back into the toilets, which could be interesting. Close range against the Tech 9. Maybe there's an opportunity. PKR has collected the bomb now as well. I mean, they could just hold it for a fast flank. Oh, just a double there.
What
1 and then 2. Beautiful stuff from Showtime, and now there's problems. Massive problems, but they haven't checked for Cold. What on earth was that? So fast is Cold. Another bomb is down on the ground, and there's time to rotate for Taco as he comes in to lend a hand to Cold, who has single-handedly absolutely demolished the offense. How do you even watch that? It was so damn fast.
The hero play from Cold. He saw Yell for a very long time, but he knows he's not going to win the round in that situation with just the 1 kill. He needs a 2nd kill at the very least, so he plays the info game there, gets multiple kills, gets a better position afterwards. I mean, the kill in between as well was quite ridiculous, the reaction time there. So Cold Zero showing us why he is the boss. And that's Luminosity back on their pistols which gave them so much chance, so much hope in the previous round, but ultimately Cold Zero is God. Not God anymore.
It's okay, he's done enough. Cold with the hold. As we check out, right now the PT-50 is at work, but there's not too much to check out. After an initial 2 kills, it's just Yell left, who is, or has been so far, the power player for the Luminosity side, along with Showtime, hitting a lot of awesome shots here. Although he has not got a Deagle in hand, but the PT-50 is quite lethal from the range he might find Phelps at. There is Phelps, gets the spot, but Phelps does turn in time to be able to easily deal with Yell. And that's going to be another round for SK. 3-0 now. Can't really wrap my head around that defense from Cold. I have to say, I can't wait to rewatch that later on and again, just because of how fast it was. Because that was a round that Luminosity surely should have taken. And it was stolen away by Cold, who is a god of Counter-Strike. A god of Counter-Strike.
He's got a T-Virus knife with all the weird colors on it. Looks super gross. Fallen over the smoke, back to his usual nonsense. That's a shot he would normally land, but not today. Flashed off the angle, but he will not give it up just yet. Fer playing close around the stairs, some strafing going on, but the trade will be there for SHZ. Fallen now moving towards the slide area, the activities area. He'll get taken down on the rotation. No support on this occasion. Everybody else further back on the B bomb site, rotating towards A.
This is more like it, James. This is what I want. I want aggression. I want early action, not sitting around waiting for smokes to pass, waiting for 30 seconds to do something on the map. This is Counter-Strike.
It's not cricket.
You want the dog with a bone, or a tennis ball, or another desirable toy. The cat with a catnip.
You what, mate?
No, James, I want not just the burger. I want the lettuce, the onions, the mayonnaise, the tomatoes. I want everything besides the chunks of death. No chunks of death on my burger, please.
Or burger buns. Gotta watch those. There's calories, man.
Had a lot of burger buns.
Wash the burger bun.
We lasted for a while not
Watch.
eating burgers, but then we just got wrecked. Execution coming into the A site from Luminosity. coldzera just about escaping that Molotov, but he'll get naded. All the utility taking coldzera down. And now it's Taco alone on the wrong bomb site, going in for, well, let's see where he's going. Is it a save? One would presume so.
Yeah, excellent push there from Luminosity. SHZ this time getting those kills. Now, as we can see from the money here, if there is a save of this weapon, they can actually get a buy together. It can be dropped, UMP can be purchased, or UMPs can be purchased, and SK Gaming can do something funky in the next round. However, Taco, is there more money to be made? There's one spot, nice one tap there from Taco, and he gets shot in the back. Very unfortunate. That AK would have done a lot for SK in the following round, but the kill was too tempting, Yanko. The kill was far too tempting.
It sucks to be shot in the back, Dan.
It does, doesn't it?
It's terrible. And to get knifed in the back, stabbed in the back, even worse. Even worse, Dan. But maybe the reason was because Taco knew that they were going to buy regardless, so he wanted to inflict more damage to Luminosity. In any case, another buy round here on overpass.
Very fast play into sewers from Showtime. Gets himself a 1-for-1. Something that the Luminosity side will happily take, being on that terrorist side in this occasion on this half. Taco did take quite a lot of damage as well, down to 29, so he can't really stay in these fighting situations. It's very difficult for him. He's playing very long range now. He's got himself some utility as well to act as a delay should BTs push in. Again, have to be very careful. Detected the push coming in. Phelps will be there in the water, trying to play around the smoke, just extinguishing that Molotov. Putting the spray down, trying to catch the planter. So close, but so far, as no frag will be awarded. And that will be another save round here for SK. I mean, they can't really do anything from this point. Very fast and decisive play out of Luminosity. That's exactly what you want to see, Yanko. It's aggressive, it's fast, it's decisive. That's what you want to see from Counter-Strike teams.
Especially in a round where you know that your opponents are going to be on a weak buy. They're not going to have those incendiaries, smokes, HE grenades to basically stop your fast pushes. And you can use that to your advantage. That's exactly what Luminosity did. So props to them for seizing the opportunity.
Boom. 3-2-2. Luminosity now in a situation where against SK, they'll feel, again, quite confident they can run a similar round in understanding that the buy situation is not going to be good for SK, really. Let's have a look and see what they muster. So another situation where we see SK just forcing it all up. We have an M4, a FAMAS, a Scout, a UMP, and a CZ, so it's a variety show from the SK lads. Nice tag, though, from Fallen with the Scout. Yell can't quite make it there in time to punish him, so he will be afforded additional opportunities to connect with the Scouts in these future round, or rather future situations within this round. Oh, Yell might find him here. Nice tagging onto Fallen. But you got to kill him because that's going to happen otherwise. Shot straight to the face, Yell. A taste of his own medicine.
I wonder if any of Fur's... Okay, Fur turned and that gave his position away. Dancing around the tree like a hippie. He will take down SHZ, and there are some more frags coming towards the short B position, but the bomb is still in a passive area. You can see Phelps, he is undetected. What play will he make? Taking Showtime down immediately. That is a very scary
What is that? What is that?
Hello.
The Scout continues to fall and leaving PK alone with the bomb. He's rotating in towards B, but all his bread bins have been taken down already. Oh, tag. And Fallen just doing
4K with the Scout, James.
The 4K with the Scout, why not? Look, he's loving life. Where are those sunglasses? It's bad Fallen at. I think Dead was amused by that as well. So let's have a look.
Bang.
Damn. And it's so cool to see this replay of Fallen's perspective there, because we saw Yell just instantly die. Basically went for the peak. It's like, yeah, I got this. You don't got this. Fallen got this. And Fur might have this as well as he pushes towards the statue, rather, sorry, the fountain, the water feature. And he's going to go all Kirby modes, just pushing the bench. Usually Kirby just sits towards this position and waits, but there's actually a flash there, and it didn't get Peaky up, but first still gets the kill flawlessly against him. Does get punished in the end, but the damage has been done. This aggression of SK has been felt, and it is a troubling scenario for Showtime. You can see that his economy is strained already on a Galil in this round, picking up the AWP, but he cannot do anything with it, and it's on the floor again. Phelps gonna get it. Oh dear, I guess he didn't realize that there was the AWP on the ground there, so. Oh well, that's all good for SK at the very least. Luminosity start to be in troubled waters now.
And this aggression is very smart from SK. I mean, it looks a bit silly the way Fur, just rushes towards that wall past the fountain, but the problem is, the biggest counter to that is if the T's would just peek wide, right? But they are also scared of an AWPer peeking them aggressively, so they need to worry about that. And in the time frame where they flash over and go towards the playground, that's where Fur has enough time to get into that sneaky position. And still, people really get surprised by it. They're still not used to him playing from there, but I think eventually people will just, check it because of him, basically, since it's just such an off angle, you wouldn't check it naturally.
Cole's making good conservative use of his bullets in his anti-eco round for the 6th round on the board for SK. Marvelous stuff. There's the man himself. Just casually biting his finger. Why not? He needs that finger. Those fingers should be insured. When are we going to start having
I think you can insure
showbiz insurance?
Yeah, like, can't you insure?
You can insure anything you want, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
If I'll get a headline.
Sure, anything you want. That's nice. So I can insure my vocal cords. Nice. Well, we have the AK buy here from Luminosity as the bomb has been dropped, and a fast play towards the long area is commencing. So trying not to be too afraid, as Yanko suggested, as they were previously, of the AWP that can be used aggressively by Fallen. And this is a round in which Fallen is being a bit more passive. However, we'll have to see if Luminosity can make something out of the ground that they've gained. Spotting Fur, and knowing that toilets could be very well occupied by a CT or two. Oh, we get some casual spraying through there. That does find Phelps a bullet or two, but nothing too major. Fallen, as switching up his position all the time. It's a very scary position to find an AWPer in.
I think he might have seen some, at least on the radar, towards the stairs, but it's a very awkward shot to head up towards those stairs. It's not favorable. Neither is the close range. Just the one kill from 2 players towards long. So one spotted connect to one towards long. What can SK make of the current situation? The bomb was left close to the fountain position, which has just been collected. And indeed, we've got Showtime on the flank. Not seeing Taco on short just yet.
I like the positioning from SK here. In a 3 versus 3 like this, they're not overreacting. They're just taking really sensible positions so that they can assure that they're safe in any eventuality.
Taco's position could be so strong. The bomb's made its way in now, and he could hear SHZ going for a short jog. There's a bomb being planted. PKL, though, is a non-believer, and that's a very smart play from Luminosity, especially in the dying seconds of the round. Bomb planted with 2 seconds remaining, and it's 15 HP on Cold. Taking an off angle in case somebody faces. He spots the shadow of PKL, and that is a nice kill. See what more he can get from this situation. He has to wait for that molly to go if he wants to continue to push, because he needs the water area with which to jump down, but he's going to give up on this one. Maybe too much to ask even for Godzilla.
And I think as well, if Fallen hits that shot, which I think normally you would expect him to, I think they win the round because Fallen is still holding on to that position, still playing quite aggressively around there, just getting information constantly for his team, which pressures Luminosity to make a play either to kill him, which would likely yield to another kill, or to tried to go up towards A, in which the defense was pretty solid there as well. So it really started with that winning that battle against Fallen there, that 1 versus 1. And I would love to see Fallen continue to play with the AWP around that position. But, you know, that's part of the power of the AWP, isn't it? To mix up the positioning. And also, if they don't see him playing aggressively towards the A side of the map, maybe they'll assume that he could be around Suez. So there's another thing to consider. But we have this Fallen and Cold AWP duo. I mean, that's such a scary double AWP, isn't it? AWPs from both Fallen and Cold.
Might be a duel for short B soon between these players. Big focus from Luminosity towards the B bomb site. Again, Yell is in a position. It does vary now because people stand on the rail, but I really feel like a flashbang over the wall, a Molotov from Graffiti, and if a player's there, they're going to be dead before they know what's hit them. Got a creep now. If they crouch, they will not be seen by Cold Zero, so they're in for a nasty surprise on the SK side. A very nasty surprise. Seems that Showtime was the first to stand up, and maybe this surprise will be neutered by the SK side. They're in a 5 versus 3. The bomb's getting planted at the moment in the smoke. Head spotted, and surely these numbers of SK are too overwhelming.
Taco's creeping his way around, though they might not expect this. Indeed, he's gone unknown for too long, and all the pressure from the short area from Fallen has also caused massive issues, and the defense just collapses, and they don't lose a single player. That's a very impressive situation for SK, and if you consider that Luminosity just won a round with a couple players left alive at the end of it, that is a brilliant result for SK. And Luminosity, they have a decision to make, and it's likely going to be a half buy, I would imagine, from this position. So it should be an easy one, this follow-up for SK. Oh man, great shot there from Cold. Would you expect any less from the man himself? As we look at a strong SK, looking to set the record straight against their compatriots. Fallen with a warning shot there, and he will reposition. But where does he go?
Pistols for Luminosity. This round should be a struggle by default. 2 players making their way through Connector. Again, when you're on the Eco, it's nice to have the numbers game going on through Connector. Because it's an enclosed space, there's only so many places the CTs can stand. And close quarters is where these pistols can shine. Speaking of which, you see Destiny closing the gap between himself and Phelps to pick up an AK-47. Yell has some Kevlar and a Deagle in the meantime, and it's just Yell and PKL remaining at this point, and that's where the Kevlar comes in handy against Taco. That takes about $5,000 away from the CT side for the comparative investment from the Ts. Ooh, that's got to be frustrating. So we'll see if Yell can get anything done. But no, emerging around the edges of the smoke, he will get taken out for another round in the bag for SK. So an 8-3 start on the CT side of Overpass. Comfortable position at the moment for SK. But we'll see if Luminosity can ruin their party, pop all the balloons with their 5 AK buy coming up very shortly indeed.
So, and more aggression from Fallen, I think, with that AWP of his. And first, going to be getting himself up there towards the benches. Ooh, going to find himself the engagement. And Phelps wraps around the side. Finding the timing, though, is difficult, but he will eventually get himself around there, takes down Yell, and so much pressure, doesn't overpeak it. SH said forced out, though, able to maybe get himself a second, but it's only going to be the one of Fallen that will be his. PKL is going to be able to swing himself back towards that position to try to clean up some of the players, but still outmanned. But I don't know that he's... Okay, he's dead now. All right, never mind.
Dead now, of course.
Taco able to flank very quickly. And look how aggressive that was from SK. Every single angle they were coming from, all of them.
It seems like SK just made the decision, okay, we're going to play super passive on Cash, and we're going to play super aggressive on Overpass. And you can see just the relentless aggression, how well it works for them, how comfortable they are in that style, and how difficult it is for, you know, a tier 2/tier 3 team like Luminosity to deal with it. Even if they know it's coming, like I think at this point they can make a pretty good guess. have a pretty good guess that SK is still going to come at them aggressively, and still they can't find a way to deal with it.
Oh. Yeah, it's very hard times. It is very hard times indeed. How do you adapt? And it very much puts Luminosity, as you said, it, you know, wood on cash, puts them so far out of their comfort zone to have to fight in these ways. A team that wants to be a bit more routine, a team that wants to have a bit more structure to the rounds. And that's an interesting skill set in Counter-Strike from an individual perspective, but also as a collective, as a team, to manage chaos. Like, what do you do when there's been some early round aggression and it's a 4v3? Like, how are you supposed to play that? Is the indecision? You know, do you just wait around? Because the more you wait around in situations like that, you can give a lot of advantages to the team that is good in those situations.
It's true. I think you need to fight them head on, basically. I mean, you need to be aggressive yourself, and then you're either going to meet with them and just exchange kills right then and there, or you're going to go to the opposite side, probably get entry into the bomb site, because that's their weaker side, and then you're going to have to fight off the retake. If you just stand around, the chances are you're going to concede too much ground. And sure, you can make the argument that, yeah, but you could just retake that map control methodically later, but, you know, if they just fake that they're going aggressive, you're going to spend a lot of time and utility for nothing, and then for the actual execute, you won't have enough grenades to throw. That was CSGO grenades.
That's
James.
the weirdest grenades bounce I have seen since the one outside B on Dust 2, for getting some information at the very least for his team with that one frag. And there are two ops on SK, but they were boosting each other to look at the short position, which Phelps has now taken up aggressively. And you can see Fallen and coldzera are moving around the map like a dynamic duo. Double ops on B, double ops on A. Will Fallen go for the peek? It seems he will. He does not have a smoke to delay things around that door of the toilets. Will there be a shoulder pick? There's a flashbang for sure. And Fallen will fall back. But what will the rest of the SK team do as Luminosity look focused on A? Well, there is a flank from Phelps, and he could absolutely shut this round down if his teammates can run distraction. Phelps from the back with one kill. And how does the bomb go down? There are 13 seconds, and no one can stop the flank. Phelps cleaning it all up, apart from the last one from coldzera. Perfectly timed flank, crushes the round for SK, and puts them 11-3 of Luminosity.
Here we go. And oh, I hit the ramp on the rampy bit of the stairs. Okay.
That's a bad miss.
The slanted edge.
That should never. That should just not happen.
Oh, Fallen with the flick. See you later, Yell. And meanwhile, we see Fer taking over sewers. You can see how active SK are indeed being, but as are Luminosity perhaps taking what Yanko said seriously here, trying to get the aggression going, but they're lining up for Cold. Cold will eventually be traded though, as will Phelps, meaning that the B-bomb side could be open should they be able to take down Taco, but he's got a nice off angle here, and he might just catch both players. Continuation spray indeed is going to do the job. 12-3
nice.
As the finish for the half. SK looking great.
Yes.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes,
I knew it.
y'all.
How?
Because I know you, Yanko. That's how.
He knows you inside and out. He knows your deepest secrets and desires. And your every
I
thought.
don't want to know those for anyone, actually.
Especially
so,
me.
how do Luminosity come back from this one?
They don't.
Well, thoughts of Yanko. Great. Cheers, Yanko. There's no hope as far as Yanko is concerned.
Motivational speaking with Yanko.
Did you say, do I get paid now?
Yeah.
Shaker's in the post. But maybe it's been lost.
Pigeon.
Maybe you'll be
pigeon
lost.
carrier.
Smoke grenades towards the A site. It seems it will be a wall of them.
Nice.
Do you like walls, Dan?
We love walls.
Well, Luminosity may have to face the wall because it's in the middle of the site and they're on one end of it and the T's are on the other. That said, there are 3 T's left. Phelps has pushed and they are not going to expect that. You would expect everybody to be behind the wall, but no. 20 bullets is certainly going to help him pick off 2 players. Taco with a third, and all of a sudden we're in a 2 versus 2. Lovely one shot from Taco. How has this turned around so much? FHZ has a kit. So he's got time, but Taco is entertaining And coldzera may be the first engager, or maybe not. Taco rotating now, and it's the cat and mouse game. But is SHZ the cat, or is he the mouse? That is the question. We will soon find out. Turns out he's the mouse.
Yeah, it's a good attempt by SHZ, but it's very, very hard to play that position. And a very sorry sight for the Luminosity side, losing the second half pistol, as though things were not bad enough. They get worse. And the force buy is a likely reality, I think, just due to the fact that they have so little rounds versus an SK who's nearly won the match. So even though you won't get, I mean, you're not going to get an amazing buy necessarily, so you might as well try to get a lot of small, worse chances in spread across 3 rounds than one decent chance in 1 round at this rate. And that's a good start with the aggression there. 1 frag, although Cold is in connector, looking to get himself a double. That's exactly what's going to happen as the bodies are laid to rest there.
Three on 3. SHZ is being active with his deagle. He's moving around, just ventured into connector. Meanwhile, Fur taking the big gun out of play, leaving Showtime alone. And 1 versus 3, and now it's a 2 versus 0. Everyone's dead. 14-3, SK. Can they be stopped? Not sure at this point. Nothing left but force buys for Luminosity.
Yeah, it's a very, very tough position. SK, just very, very strong, have decided that they want to end this. They want to go home early. And Luminosity are looking for a full save hit, and then they'll try to play for overtime. Let's see what they can get done. They've got a stack here on the A-bomb site. In comes Fur, though, and we know how much he loves gobbling up ecoing players with his SMGs. He will get eliminated, though. Very unfortunate for him, but now it's 3 versus 1, as she said, with nothing to work with, and his time is likely limited. His expiration date has come, and it's a 15-3 now, as we'll have SK sailing through this overpass match.
Full sail.
I was about to say the winds are good. I was on the sailing hype as well there.
Sorry.
That's all good. It's all good. You need to learn to sail, James.
I need to learn to sail,
All you can do is ride powerboats now.
When I go back to London, since my arm is not wrecked anymore, I will learn to sail. 15-3, and in terms of sailing, maybe Luminosity will be left floating in the sewers after this round. They're on the buy. They've got the M4s in tow. I don't know where our game starter's gone. Well, let's see what Luminosity can do. Showtime completely blind, but he can hold things down for the time being. Trades continue, though, not in the favor of the CTs, who are facing match point versus SK at the moment. PKL still got the high ground control, however, and his teammates rotating in from what looks to be the graffiti area. So now it is Fallen versus 2. Full health Fallen. That smoke will soon disappear, and he will have to reposition. Otherwise, he'll be exposed to 2 angles at the same time, and you can see he's done so. There's no kit on either of these players. I don't know if there's one on the floor somewhere. Do they have time to defuse the bomb? We'll soon find out. They look good for it. So Luminosity get their 4th round on the board, but SK, they've still got 15. SK will be coming out for the buy again. 4 AKs and the AWP onto Fallen.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Dad.
Thank you. Atlanta don't stop. That's a nice cap. I enjoyed Atlanta as well. Okay, we have a lot of that's a lovely amount of utility there for Luminosity to work with.
Lovely.
A lovely amount. Now we have LG actually pushing towards A long. They have a setup there. I'm not sure how committed they are to going all the way through towards the T side of the map, but at the moment they are in 4 positions. This can actually be a double-edged sword insofar as if they don't do anything in a quick timing, then they may be left with a really long rotation if SK decides to just hammer in onto that B-bomb site straight away. And that could be the case. They're looking to perhaps walk in. Taco, great entry frag there from him, taking down SHZ, looking for the second player. He knows he's coming. Almost got the kill, but it'll be Fur who splits from Suez. Sorry, rather, yeah, from Suez to actually get the kill there from short. And meanwhile, Phelps causing distraction towards A, just delaying that rotation a little bit. And now, bomb down, and the 3 versus 3 will be hard for Luminosity with first position here.
Flash from PKL, but the second one is what takes Fer by surprise and gives a fighting chance to the CT. He's fallen to trade in the meantime, looking for the second CT player. You can see him coming in. He's on the low ground already, and Cold Zero spotted him, but there's no frag just yet. Destiny's so low, and there he goes. It's down to Yell in the 1 versus 1. Cold Zero around the pillar, and he will do it. He'll take it for his team. Dominate.